Welcome back to Anachronox. This is part 34, and we are back at the boss fight with hopefully less fail this time. It turns out the game actually made a manual save right before this fight, so fortunately I didn't have to actually do anything besides sit back and let the cutscene play out again, because there's no real reason to watch it. It's a couple minutes long. Well, watch it again. Since it's on that. So, taking out the orbs gradually this time. How does an orb dodge? I mean, really? Cool. It's out, so she's going to move into position. So figure out. There we go. Yep, that worked. Alright, PAL is up. As it turns out, we were over our hour last time anyway, so it was a decent enough point to cut the stream. Stiletto. I think I should damage them a little more evenly. So at least when we're down to one guy, it won't take a while for him to. PAL. So it's got 2 hits left. Get it down to 1 hit left, then I think. Or not, because what I actually want to do is get out a number of them at once. So you hit pink. Actually, you do your missile barrage because I'll have to knock out a couple of them. Yep. Damaged actually. Alright, stiletto. Alright. You throw a heal on Marcus. I could just shoot the pink one. We have each focus on the one in front of them for now, then they should get in relatively. You shoot yellow. Assuming they don't dodge. And Paco can really only hit the one in front of him anyway. You ground pounded them, which probably would have been a better use of this time. Oh, red's almost dead. Okay. You pink. Figures. And AoE coming out. I can just throw a heal on Paco. Shoot your thing. Paco, punch your thing. Just reasonably on. So hopefully nope, he's gonna get red up again. So somebody needs to take out.
This is gonna be annoying.
Alright, you take out pink. So Democritus can move in. Move as soon as that one. Ground pound. Now should be able to move in. Pal, move in. No! Oh my, oh wow. Oh wow. I can't believe I did that. I keep forgetting that once you have the directional thing open, the time and combat stops while it lets you pick, and wow, that was special. Alright, well, you'll grease yourself. Back in front of your appropriate location. Hey, and that's actually relatively easy. It's approximately punch you oblivion. Hopefully. 10,000 damage. Go. By our powers combined.
You're crazy. I can't believe you're going after those things. I'm serious, dudes. I can't let you do this.
Weren't you the one telling me to get off my butt just a few weeks ago?
There's a difference between getting a job and throwing away your life.
I've never felt this strongly about anything. I have to do this.
What makes you think you could save the universe when you couldn't even save me?
I'm sorry.
You all set?
Don't worry. I'll make things good. Ready to hit the road, partner?
You betcha, Mr. Boots. Slide.
We all decided we want to be there when you get yourself killed.
Then let's do it. Let's get some breakfast.
is the end of Anachronox. As it's probably pretty obvious, they left it with kind of a giant cliffhanger. Though fortunately, it also kind of wraps itself up in that each character has kind of progressed over the course of the game, and their personal story is reasonably tied up. Boots especially, going from down on his luck, depressed private detective, to somebody who actually cares about the universe and is going out and saving it, and making good with his personal demons with Stiletto and Fatima. So the game was originally going to be twice as long, but they cut it in half, and they were going to make 2 games due to budget concerns. So that's why it ends here. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective on Ion Storm and people that involved, they have been unable to make a sequel to Anachronox. Now, the guy who came up with it has stated that he's interested in creating a sequel. He just hasn't been able to get the funding and the team and so on for it. Though he has promised to, write it out, somewhere and release it, if nothing else, if he's unable to completely get another game out. But I hope you've enjoyed. I will look into editing a couple of videos to put up on YouTube or something that shows off things like downing the Door Lord. So I can set my computer up and have it sit there for PAL to give me some shadow bracers, which I think will make that fight doable. Also, try to show off maybe some more of the Elementor Mistech system, which I didn't really use throughout the game. Why are we leveling up those bugs? Where do they go and how do they fit? And what kind of abilities does it give you? So on and so forth. And potentially, any other videos I might think of. Oh yes, and of course, showing the other areas when we split up and land on the surface of Democritus. Where does PAL go? Where does Rho go? So yeah, I don't have any kind of schedule for those. I basically just kind of wanted to get this all played through over the holidays, and I finished it with hours to spare, as it's Sunday night before I go back to work after vacation over the holidays. So, but I'm not sure how long these credits are, if there's something at the end, and to some extent, just watching them scroll by isn't terribly interesting to watch. Try to come up with some sort of interesting commentary, which, I'm not terribly good at. So despite the bugs, and, the one cheat we had to do to get the last taco, that went pretty smoothly. The game was a heck of a lot more buggier at release. Eidos funded the first patch that came out, and then one of the lead programmers worked with 1 or 2 other guys on the team after Ion Storm had been disbanded, or the team that had done Anachronox has been disbanded, and put out the second patch, which also did some nice things like adding the taxis to Anachronox, so you didn't have to run around everywhere. Unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot of information on the web for Anachronox. There's only a couple of walkthroughs, one of which I was referencing through the course of the game. The walkthrough that I was kind of skimming over as I was going was over on strategywiki.org. The Anachronox walkthrough there, which I believe is simply a copy-paste from one of the Anachronox walkthroughs over on GameFAQs. So if you do a search there, for Anachronox, you should be able to find it. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Credits. I certainly did not finish in 5 hours, as it's pretty obvious. I do like their sense of humor and their good writing. I don't know if there are 3, but I certainly found 2, one of which is in the villain ship, as I showed off in the tank, the other which you would have seen jumping out of the ball pit. I'm not sure where the third one is. And there we go. Or, and of course, they have to let it sit and roll off someone. Gee, now I'm going to be sitting here looking silly as I wait for it to provide some indication that it's actually the end of the credits. Are we done? It appears so. So thank you all for watching through the... Of course. I start ready to do my outro. Here comes some more text. Alright. And the credits are going to repeat. They think. Freaking tease. Yes, no, maybe? Yep. And the credits repeat. So thank you all very much for watching. This has been a long series, 34 episodes, about an hour each, so 34 hours. 34, 30, probably 35, considering how many times we went over or more. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you all very much for watching. I've certainly had a blast. It's one of my favorite games ever made. I'm gonna go get breakfast.